Test.
Hello.
Testing.
Testing.
Test.
There we go.
And we don't need chairman, maybe.
Oh, maybe it's working. Testing. Oh, of course. I'd like to call the regular session of the Isabella County Board of Commissioners to order. Stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Present.
Commissioner Embry, Commissioner Jazinski,
Present.
Commissioner Engler,
Present.
Present.
Haney, Commissioner Hope,
Here.
all present, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Up next is approval of the agenda. We'll have general public comment. And then we have no presentations or special reports. We have several appointments to boards and commissions that we will work our way through. And will bring us to the consent agenda. Are there any items anyone would like removed from the consent agenda for further discussion? If not, we'll move on. Committee reports, Finance and Administration Committee.
Finance Administration Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
The Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, thank you. And Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Human Resources and Public Works Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business, no new business. We'll have another opportunity for general public comment at the end of the meeting and then announcements and adjournment. So with that, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved, Jelazinski.
Support.
Commissioner Embry.
I do have one item, like move to amend item 7 in the consent agenda. To read, move to approve and place on file February 21st, 2023, regular meeting minutes. Opposed to 2022.
Good. Okay, then is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended with the correct date?
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Have an agenda. Brings us to general public comments. Anyone for general public comment? Don't see anyone online either. Okay. Up next then, we have no presentations and special reports, appointments to boards and commissions. Item A is the Board of Public Works, Chairman's request for nominations for 2 openings on the Isabella County Board of Public Works to complete 3-year terms ending December 31st, 2025, or until a successor is appointed. And I believe we need to do these one at a time, correct? Each. Okay, so there's 2 openings. Need to do them one at a time. So for the first opening, are there any nominations?
Make a nomination to support John Hayes.
Support.
Been moved and supported to nominate John Hayes. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
I move that we close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for John Hayes for Board of Public Works.
Moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for John Hayes for Public Works. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The second opening on the Board of Public Works, Chairman's request for nominations on the Isabella County Board of Public Works to complete a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2025, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
Nomination to accept Robert Laraway.
Support.
Been moved and supported to nominate Robert Laraway. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we close nominations and support it and vote a unanimous ballot for Robert Laraway for Board of Public Works.
Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Robert Laraway. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item B, then Commission on Aging Advisory Board at-large representative chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Commission on Aging Advisory Board as an at-large representative to complete a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2025, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Jessica Lapp for Commission on Aging Advisory Board at large representative.
Been moved and supported to nominate Jessica Lapp. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Everybody's looking at me. Mr. Chairman, I move that we close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Jessica Lapp for Commission on Aging Advisory Board at large representative.
Support.
Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Jessica Lapp. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Jelezinski. Item C, Construction Board of Appeals, Building Trade Representative. Chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Construction Board of Appeals as a building trade representative to complete a 2-year term ending December 31st, 2024, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations? Are there any nominations?
Chairperson Hope, I'd like to nominate Gerald Konwinski for.
Been supported to nominate Gerald Konwinski. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we close nominations and cast the unanimous ballot for Gerald Konwinski.
Support.
Been supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Gerald Konwinski. Any further discussion? Yes,
I was just going to say, both of these individuals have excellent background. We're going with Mr. Konwinski because he's an incumbent and has served the committee well. But it's too bad we don't have two openings.
absolutely. Any other discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Very good. Brings us to item D, Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors. Chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors to complete a 6-year term ending July 1st, 2028, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Donald Shore for this Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors.
Support.
Been moved and supported to nominate Donald Shore. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Chairman, I move that we close the nominations and pass the unanimous ballot for Donald. Sure.
Support.
Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Donald Shore for the Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors. Any further discussion? And seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please. I'm sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Really?
Oh, that was slick.
Frank threw off the timing.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think we did, didn't we? Item E, Transportation Commission Chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Transportation Commission to complete a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2025, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
Person Hope, I'd like to nominate Kristen Lalonde for the ICTC position.
Very good. It's been moved and supported to nominate Kristen Lalonde. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Make a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot. Christian Lalonde for the Transportation Commission.
Support.
Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Kristen Lalonde. Any further discussion? And hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Good. Item F, Parks and Recreation Commission Chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Parks and Recreation Commission to complete a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2025, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Ruth Barrett to the Isabella County Parks and Recreation Commission.
Support.
Been moved and supported to nominate Ruth Barrett. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Ruth Barrett for Parks and Recreation Commission.
Or
Been supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Ruth Barrett, for Parks and Recreation Commission. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Good, down to item G, Planning Commission. Chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Planning Commission to complete a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2024, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
Chairperson Hope, I'd like to nominate Lisa Hoyington to the position of Planning Commission.
It's been moved and supported to nominate Lisa Hoisington. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
I
Are
move
there-
that nominations be closed and a unanimous ballot be cast for Lisa Hoisington.
I got to ask one more time. I got to do it.
Sorry,
3 times.
sorry.
No, that's all right. Are there any other nominations? Okay, now you.
Okay, I'd like to move that nominations be closed and a unanimous ballot be cast for Lisa Hoisington.
Support. Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Lisa Hoisington. Any further discussion? Yes, Commissioner Embry.
Chairman, I'd just like to reiterate what Vice Chair Belzowski commented on the other appointments where there had two excellent candidates. Mr. Wolf is very well qualified and could very well do the job. So I don't want to dissuade him from applying again for other opportunities, because again, he struck me as a very qualified candidate.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So it's been moved and supported. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Excellent. Takes us down to consent agenda. Commissioner Embry, would you present the consent agenda, please?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. The motion reads to move to approve and place on file February 21st, 2023 regular meeting minutes, the February 28th, 2023 Finance and Administration Committee meeting minutes, the February 28th, 2023 Criminal Justice and County Affair Committee meeting minutes, and the February 28th, 2023 Human Resources and Public Works Committee meeting minutes.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve and place on file the consent agenda. Any further discussion? And seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Brings us down to committee reports. Finance and Administration Committee.
First item of business is the February 17th, 2023 invoice list, the February 24th, 2023 invoice list, and the March 2nd, 2023 adjustment list. Motion reads, move to ratify and place on file the February 17, 2023 invoice list in the amount of $3,183,139.65. The February 24th, 2023 invoice list in the amount of $586,479.56 in the adjustment list dated March 2nd, 2023.
Support.
Been moved and supported to ratify and place on file the February 17th, 2023 invoice list, the February 24th, 2023 invoice list, the March 2nd, 2023 adjustment list. Discussion.
We get our lists sent to us for the first review in our home emails, and then it comes up before committee for review and discussion, finally to the work session, which we had at 4 o'clock today, and now it comes down to approval. Looking at the February 17th, 2023 list, it's a big dollar amount of over $3 million, but most of that is wrapped up in the fourth winter tax distribution from the treasurer's office to the intermediate school districts and the two community colleges. The rest of the items on that list are very customary and recognizable by us in terms of payment for contracts and maintenance contracts and drains that we have reoccurring costs with. On the second list, the February 24th list, just a little bit over $500,000. And the biggest portion of that is a payment to Clark Construction in the amount of $429,755.38. And that is for the ongoing construction costs related to the sheriff's office and county jail project, which will be breaking ground in probably about a month. Then we have a drain project. We have, again, sheriff food and janitorial supplies. The only other thing that's kind of different is we have from the treasurer's office reimbursement for a canceled 2019 tax sale. And that was made to a couple that bought property, but there got to be an issue with the tax sale. So the treasurer withdrew it and reimbursed the money until that issue can be rectified. Moving on to the adjustment list on those two invoice lists. Everything that is there is pretty much recognizable. We're making an early payment for discounts and also to avoid late fees. I don't see anything in there that we do have a Wise Township treasurer received $545 for property tax assessment payment. But otherwise, should be real familiar to us.
Great. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes.
Ski,
Yes.
Yes.
no,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope. 7 ayes. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. You were ready for that one, weren't you?
All right, gentlemen, the second item on the Finance and Administration Committee for the Finance and Administration Committee is a Professional Service Industries Incorporated proposal. Motion reads, move to approve the proposal from Professional Service Industries Incorporated for material testing and observations services for the Isabella County Sheriff's Office and Correctional Facility Project in the amount of $75,470 and authorizing the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
And moved and supported to approve the Professional Services Industries Incorporated proposal. Discussion.
This particular item, sir, has to do with testing just about every material that's utilized out at the jail project and to ensure that we're getting our money's worth. And came in at $75,000. It was budgeted at $80,000, came in under. It's an incredibly extensive list, and I believe that it will ensure that we're going to have a jail that will last long beyond our lifetimes. So,
Thank you. Any further discussion? And hearing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes,
7 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Our third and final item for the committee this evening is utility easement. Motion reads, move to approve the utility easement between Isabella County and Union Township for water and sanitary sewer lines servicing the Isabella County Sheriff's Office and Correctional Facility Project and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Or
Been moved and supported to approve the utility easement between Isabella County and Union Township for water and sanitary sewer lines. Discussion.
Well, the easement's necessary to bring in the water and get rid of the sewer septic from the new proposed facility. And it falls within a current easement area. So it's just a formality of approving this so we can move forward.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner
yes.
Yes,
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, that ends the work of the Finance Administration Committee.
Gentlemen, brings us to Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Mr. Chairman, we have one item. Consider approving the return of $5,728 to the Region 6 allocation to meet the Homeland Security Grant and Priority Area Project requirements and authorize the board chair to sign the letter to Ms. Richmond.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Region 6 allocation letter. Discussion.
Yes, this is a grant. I think the region has 13 counties on there. Part of the grant is that about 21.01 or something gets allocated back to the group. Every county's assessed the same percentage. Our estimated amount that we'll receive out of this is $21,417. So actually for what everybody requested, there was a gap of like 171,000 for what needed to be done and what the money was actually assessed to. So a lot of work needs to be done.
Good. Any further discussion? And hearing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
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 Commissioner.
Yes.
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 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Chairman, that completes the work of the Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Gentlemen, brings us to Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our first item is Summit Fire Protection Inspection Service Agreement. The motion reads, move to approve the agreement between Summit Fire Protection and Isabella County Trial Court effective March 1st, 2023 until February 28th, 2026, and authorize the board chairperson to sign the same.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the Summit Fire Protection Inspection Service Agreement. Discussion.
Yes, Steve Schumacher, the facilities director, brought this before our committee and also at the work session. And after not being able to come up with an agreement with our previous monitoring company over contract language, he contracted 3 other providers for pricing. Summit Fire Protection offered the best option for monitoring the courthouse. And they currently monitor public defenders and Commission on Aging buildings. The financial impact on this, it will be $720 annually. This will be for cellular monitoring. And since we're currently using 2 analog lines for our alarm to communicate to the monitoring company, we will be switching to cellular from the analog, and we'll be able to eliminate 2 lines. So we'll be saving the cost of $35 a line per month. The cellular dial will be needed to install at the one-time cost of $725. Any questions or comments?
Any further discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Embry,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope. 7 ayes. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, our second item, letter of agreement with Spicer Group. Motion reads, move to approve the letter of agreement dated February 23rd, 2023 for mechanical, electrical, plumbing, plan review services with David S. Bursma and the Spicer Group, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the letter of agreement with Spicer Group. Discussion.
Yeah, this was reported to us by Tim Neoport, the Community Developer Director. And in this, it's basically looking at the scope of the project for the sheriff's facility that we're building, and this goes above and beyond our normal in-house people. So in the laws and policy number 410, this allows us to go out, get a third party, and this third party is more capable of going through all the electricals and all the switching that we'll need for this particular project. It just allows us to be assured that everything's going right to code, and we'd like to make this our put this person in place and handle the project.
Very good. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes.
Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope. 7 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Leads the work of the Human Resources and Public Works Committee, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, gentlemen. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business, no new business. Is there anyone for general public comment? Public comment. We still don't have anyone online, do we, Michelle? Okay, I don't see anyone in the audience coming forward, so we'll move along to announcements. Commissioners, any announcements? Commissioner Jazinski.
I'd like to extend the gratitude of the board to Commissioner Hutchinson for bringing dinner, and it was very delicious.
We look forward to that.
Mr. Engler.
Real quick reminder is that the Isabella Conservation District Tree sale is still going on and the deadline that I just checked was April 3rd, so you still have time to order it. You can go to the website or the Facebook page, IsabellaConservationDistrict.org.
Thank you. Any other announcements? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Been moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Adjourned 7:29.